Did I not tell you all bunny hoppers have a couple ounces of self-hate?
What's good, you guys, and welcome on today's episode. How are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing great. And if you are joining for the very first time, thank you so much for being here today. And before you click out, please don't forget to smash the subscribe button. In this video, we are going to be talking about the post that Tyrese Gibson posted on Instagram that has been getting him dragged since the second day of Black History Month. He took to his Instagram page and he wrote a very lengthy one, but I am going to be reading like a little part of it so that you guys can have an idea of exactly what it is that he was talking about. He took to his Instagram page to express how he feels about being Black and some other things as well. So he said, "Sometimes I wish I was born Latino. I mean, the Latin community is grounded in family. Loyal entrepreneurs, businessmen and women literally represent the dream, the grind, the also doing whatever it takes to stick together against all odds. If us as Black culture was more grounded in these integral magical nuances of us, we would be dominant." And he went on and on and on how he loved the Latin community and how he wants to be part of the Latin community, and people were not having it with him, like, "Oh, you took the second day of Black History Month to come tell us how you don't want to be Black and you want to be Latino." Even Dr. Yuma responded to him. So without wasting much time, I have put together all of these clips and let's get right into it.
Did I not tell you all bunny hoppers have a couple ounces of self-hate? Don't tell me Tyrese said he want to be a Latino. No! You not going to tell me my brother Tyrese Gibson told the world that he don't want to be an African. I know my brother Tyrese did not sell out on Black History Month. Did he say this today or yesterday? He didn't say this during Black History Month, did he? Tyrese couldn't have said this during Black History. Oh my goodness, Tyrese, my brother. Do you wish you was an Afro-Latino? Or do you wish you was a white Latino, Tyrese? Because the African Latinos are African just like you. Or do you wish you was a white Latino, my brother Tyrese? Wishing to be something other than African, that's self-hate. I'm going to have to do some self-hate therapy for Black celebrities. I told y'all all bunny hoppers have a couple ounces of self-hate in their blood. I told y'all this.
Tyrese Gibson posted this. "Sometimes I wish I was born Latino. I mean, the Latino community is grounded in family. Loyal entrepreneurs, businessmen, and women literally represent the dream, the grind, the hustle, doing whatever it takes to stick together against all odds." He posted it and he's getting flamed with good reason. And as a Latino, specifically Mexican American, I want to go ahead and give my 2 cents to Tyrese, especially as an insider, right? So I want to say that, yes, these qualities do exist within the Latino community, which Latino is also a huge umbrella term that encompasses many Latin American countries. But I want to say, because I've seen a lot of this narrative where people from a specific community look outside, even the Latino community, we look outside and we look at other communities that do stuff better than us. And we're like, "Oh, only if we were like that, blah, 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 blah." And I feel that it's a very biased take because we don't understand the intricacies of how other communities operate. Like, as a Latino, I can tell you that this is a romanticized version of what it means to be Latino, because there's even a saying within Mexicans: the worst enemy of a Mexican is another Mexican. A crabs in a bucket mentality also exists within the Latino community, and it's an issue that we as a Latino community continue to face. So I do think that it's very ignorant to say things like this, Tyrese. First and foremost, because issues exist in every community, but ignoring the positive ones within one's own respective community is very detrimental when you push a narrative like this. And I say that because Black women have been getting educated and are earning higher levels of degrees. Not only that, but in this article, Who's Driving Black Business Growth? And it says that the rate of business ownership for Black women is growing rapidly. Black women-owned employer businesses increased by 18.14% between 2017 and 2020, outpacing women-owned businesses and Black-owned businesses. And I think these comments reflect a deficit thinking because you give credit to one community, but you also go ahead and throw shade onto Tyrese. I think your comments are a huge slap in the face to all the Black women out there who are pursuing their education and starting their own businesses. And as you say, women literally represent the dream, the grind, and the hustle, and they're out there proving that.
It's Black History Month. You know what that means, right? Black celebrities about to make a fool of themselves and embarrass us all in the process. My name is Brother Legend, and I'm here to raise your consciousness. Tyrese decided he was going to wake up on the second day of Black History Month and let us know that he wishes he wasn't black. He wants to be Latino because he thinks that the Latin community is grounded in family, loyal entrepreneurs, businessmen, and women are really representing the dream. I think somebody needs to tell Tyrese there are Black Latino people. Like, Afro-Latino is a thing. When you say that Latino people are a race, you're actually usually referring to mestizo or indigenous Latino people. And the reason that's problematic is because it erases the identity of the Black Latino people. But even if he's talking about the non-Black Latino people, they don't face what we face. They're non-Black. They don't go through what we go through, Tyrese. So yes, they have what we don't have. We don't live in an anti-Latino world. We live in an anti-Black world. And the further you get from being part of the status quo, the more you start to feel the oppression that was meant for Black people in other communities. And then it gets worse. He starts bringing up Jewish people and Muslim people. Bro, there are Black people in all of these intersections. What are you talking about? Somebody needs to break down to Tyrese what the difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality and religion are, because he doesn't even know that. But this shouldn't be a surprise to any of the brothers and sisters. We already know you cannot trust a brother that dresses like he's concealing a pregnancy.
Mexican American content creator who calls out or calls in Tyrese for his idea of wanting to be saying he wish you were Latino. And for one, he was saying, you know, it's always easier if you romanticize and stereotype another culture or another community, not recognizing that there are issues that exist in all communities in this country and technically around the globe. This content creator goes on to say that the same idea of entrepreneurship and community is seen in the Black community, especially statistically speaking, by Black women who are outpacing just about everybody when it comes to education and starting businesses. Entrepreneurship and commitment to community does exist in the Black community. And that is why I think he specifically is saying he wishes he were part of another group. If I remember the screenshot, he goes on to say how much in the Middle East men are respected and fathers are respected as head of the household, how they rather have sons than daughters because the son will become the men and become the leaders of the community. So although it is very nice of this content creator to say, well, there is entrepreneurship and community in the Black community, it's been happening by Black women, that I think is the very crux of the issue of what his problem is. I don't know. I'd love to hear from y'all in terms of why we think that is, why there is this disparity, and why it's pretty much proven now that Black women outpace Black men in many different respects. But in my opinion, from what he said, that is what I think the issue is that Black men are not the forefront, I guess, leaders of the Black community. I don't know if you want to say it's because of racism. I don't know if you want to say it's because Black women are too masculine and independent. I'd love to hear from you on why that is. But to me, that I think is the overarching issue. It's not that there's lack of entrepreneurship in the Black community. It's that it's because it's being done by Black women and not Black men that he's finding an issue with. What do you think?
Tell me you're not proud to be Black without telling me you're not proud to be Black. Tyrese, I'm talking about you. He said, sometimes I wish I was born Latino. I mean, the Latin community is grounded in family, loyalty, entrepreneurs, businessmen, women, literally represents the dream, the grind, hustle, doing whatever it takes to stick together against all odds. Not Tyrese. Now, Tyrese got some truth to what he's saying, right? But what you not gonna do is disrespect Black people in Black History Month. He got so motherfucking audacity. Now, let me explain what he's telling the truth about. It's true that the Latin community, they stick together and they come in 15, 20 deep, ride together. That's very true. That's not a lie. I'm not gonna just take a shot at your own race and say that we don't do the same. Black Lives Matter, when we march for Floyd, come on now. We'll have our times where we don't stick together, but for the most part, we stand 10 toes about each other. You can't just be like, oh, you wish you was Latin. Come on now. That's just fucked up. And then you doing it in Black History Month. We celebrating black people, period. Where we celebrating black people in every type of way. You want to say you want to be Latino? You could have said this shit for the next month. You should have hold that shit in. Matter of fact, because why the fuck would you say that during this month? Why? Like, you need to seek therapy. Please seek help. Please seek help, for real, for real. Comment below if you think Tyrese was out of pocket for posting that shit during Black History Month. And see you tomorrow. Bye.
Tyrese wishes he wasn't a brother. So you got Tyrese going viral because he's out here talking about he wishes he was Latin, right? So they've been roasting him across social media, rightfully so. If you ask me, you's a grown man, right? It's Black History Month and you run around talking about that. But that came about because there was like a viral post where you had a Latin father being bought a car. I believe his son or a family member basically bought him a car saying thank you for sacrificing everything that you did, and bought him a car, which was a good moment. It was something good. Tyrese could have looked at it and be like, hey, that's something good. You ain't had to turn around and start critiquing brothers and sisters while talking about you wish you was in a group.
What do you guys think about what the people have to say about Tyrese's Instagram post? Do you think it's saying the truth? Do you think it should have worded it better? Because there are some people saying, oh, there's a little truth to what he's saying, but he's not wording it better. I feel like the part where people are talking about how he's not wording it better is the fact that you cannot be praising one community and be bringing down your own community. And in this same community that you said you want to belong to, like they are Black Latino, they are white Latino, do you want to still be the Black Latino? Do you want to be the white Latino? And saying, oh, this does not exist in the Latino community. If you're talking about the white Latino, yeah, they cannot go through exactly the same thing that Black people are going through, because like one of the stitches said, there is nothing like anti-Latino, there is anti-Black. So it's a very real, serious issue because of what Black people have to go through, and having to bring down Black women, having to say that maybe they don't respect. A lot of people are interpreting it in different way, like it's trying to say that Black women don't respect their men, they are independent and they are at the forefront, they don't allow men to lead, and is having a lot of problem with that. Should we call this identity crisis? Do you think he's saying the truth? Because a lot of people were so pissed. And more people are pissed at the fact that, oh, you couldn't find any other time to talk about how bad you hate being Black. You came online to put out this post of how you don't want to be Black on the second day of Black History Month. Like, it's so ridiculous. You have to try again next time. Let me hear what you guys think about what they all said. And let me hear your thoughts as well about Tyrese's post. I am going to try and put the entire thing he wrote on his Instagram page. You might have seen it before you get to this point, actually, so you can as well pause and read the entire thing. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let's continue this conversation there. Thank you all so much for joining, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe before you go and turn your bell notification on as well, and I will definitely talk to you guys in the next one. Bye, and I love you guys.